Hey everybody, Dave Green, Brown Sky, AFC Northerners, and good morning to all of you. It's 6:30 in the morning, West Coast time, and I'm going to walk out the door to go to work in Culver City, so we're going to sit in traffic for an hour and a half. But I wanted to get out some, I said it's going to be Stats Monday from there on out, and so let's just kind of talk a little bit about the game yesterday, give you guys some numbers, and then wish you all a good rest of the Monday. Browns won. It still is an amazing feeling to get a division win. On a Sunday, I think they were saying since 2015 we haven't had that. So, man, it just feels awesome. And I think every Browns fan agrees. This is a great feeling to wake up to. And if we continue to do it, we stack more and we stack some more. This is how we're going to feel every Monday morning. So who can complain about that? Let's get into some of the numbers. Jan will say, and I believe he did come back and say in his recap video, that they still haven't given up a touchdown in the second half of a game. But Jan, I hate to break it to you, you guys didn't score a single touchdown all game. So you may not have given up one to us in the second half, but we didn't give you guys a single one. So Flacco ended up going 29 of 56 for 298, no touchdowns, one interception. Baltimore's blaming everything on Crabtree, but he was their leading receiver with 6 catches for 66 yards. Serviceable numbers. We talked about in our preview video John Brown possibly being a game changer. Brown ended up 4 catches for 58 yards. Weddle was the key on that defense. He had 7 tackles, 1 sack. And we also mentioned Terrell Suggs. And Jan, for some reason, thought he was going to be this monster of a beast in this game. And I told him Harrison would have him in check. Harrison had him in check. Gave up 1 tackle. That was the sack. And that's all Suggs had. Man, Harrison's a bad dude. All right, as far as the Browns numbers go, Baker Mayfield, 25 of 43. He threw for 342 yards. Not bad for an undraftable guy, right? He had the one touchdown. He had the 1 interception. Carlos Hyde, 17 carries for 63 yards. Here is an impressive list of numbers. Baker threw to Landry for 69 yards. He threw to Njoku for 69 yards. He had Higgins for 66 yards and the touchdown, and Willies when Higgins went down with the knee injury, which we'll wait to find out what the results are on that. Willies stepped in. Another undrafted free agent, 61 yards catching. Denzel Ward, he had the very, very, very big interception when Baltimore actually looked like they were going to score a touchdown. He came up big. He had the pick right there. Joseph, game-winning field goal, man. But Joseph's numbers, he ended up going 2 of 3. His long was the 37, and he missed his extra point attempt. And Britton Colquitt, let's continue to talk about special teams because I've bagged on Amos for a little bit here. Colquitt, 9 punts. He averaged 50 yards a kick, and his long was 64. I'm still not letting Amos off the hook. I still don't think this guy's good. But we had some numbers yesterday, so maybe they've been working on it. Maybe there's improvement. Let's just see what this coming Sunday with San Diego brings us special teams-wise. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that in another video coming up later in this week. We gave up 5 sacks. So although Harrison was really good, I got to learn to stabilize that. I'm really sorry about that, y'all. We gave up 5 sacks and we had 10 penalties. Those are freaking crappy numbers. If we want to play winning football, we cannot give up 5 sacks. And we for sure cannot have 10 penalties in a game. Doesn't matter for how many yards it goes, we just can't do it. You know, it's bullshit. So we got to correct those. Pardon me. On the bright side, we did have time of possession in this game. We ended up having it by about 3 minutes, and we won the turnover battle also. In order to play winning football, yes, you got to score points. You got to play defense, but you got to get the turnovers. You got to win off. You got to win that battle right there, and you got to score off of those. So, although we're +8 in the turnover differential, which is one of the best in the league, we still haven't been able to score on that. So we got to get those. We got to get that going. We got to be able to score some points, even if it's a field goal here or a field goal there, touchdown mixed in. We got to get that rocking and rolling. So I said we're +8 turnovers. We've got 8 picks on the year with 7 fumbles. Gives us a total of 15. So we're still 1 in that category. As far as what we've done, Cincinnati, I want to run down the list. My bad, it's still early. I want to just run down the list of the turnovers because this is a divisional show. Cincinnati, 8-8. Baltimore, Cincinnati, 8-8, so they're 0 in the turnover differential. Baltimore is -1 in the turnover differential, 6-7, and Pittsburgh's -2 at 8-10. Talk about records inside the division. Cincinnati still first place. They're 4-1 inside the division. They're 1-0. Baltimore is 3-2, and inside the division they are 1-2. So that's below 500. Cleveland, we're 2-2-1, and in the division we're 1-0-1. Pittsburgh 2-2-1, and they're 0-1-1 inside the division. So man, things are looking really good for us Browns guys. I can't really think of much else to say at the moment except to say it feels great to wake up on a Monday. I thought the performance from yesterday's game was amazing. The team just showed grit. You know, that's 3 overtimes in 5 games. And, you know, it sucks that we've had to have that. But this is going to pay big dividends for us, especially if we want to challenge for a playoff spot or for this division. We got to learn to win those close games. We got to learn to battle in those close games. And that's what we're learning right now, which is a really good lesson for a lot of young guys, which we're a very young team. So we're learning that real nice and easy. We're learning it early in the season, not late in the season. That's going to bode well for us coming down the stretch. With that, I'm just going to say, go Browns. Everybody have a good rest. Have a good start to your Monday, and I'll see you in a day or two with another video. Until then, please check out Ace Boogie at New Stripe City. Check out Joe Nubo at Joe Nubo Football. All of our videos for recap-wise are up. Pittsburgh put theirs up pretty late last night, so if you were asleep at that point like I was, please at some point throughout this day give that a look. If you have not checked out Mark Herman, LA Bengal fan, he's got his up. And Jan David Sutar put one up shortly after the end of our game. So please go check those out. And until then, everybody have a great rest of your Monday. Go Browns.